So obviously being here at the wind tunnel today, like what the process that I'm going through at the minute is, it's always good to come to the wind tunnel and just kind of like there's an array of new products out there at the minute. You kind of like, it's good to understand like what's going off with like, I don't know, like helmet positions and like higher stack heights and or versus lower stack heights, reach. Because like a lot of this like interacts on the, you know, like aerodynamics is a complicated thing, but for the majority of people, like one thing will probably interact with a person in the same kind of way. So that's the first part of like why we're here today, and just understanding like the products that, you know, say like Team Botrel are using, kind of how good are they? Is anything that we can improve? Yeah, and then you can kind of go away and you've got like this package.
Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
The main reason I'm here today for myself is just kind of, I definitely want to race in it's going to be 2024 next year. And you know, like the process of that is, I've kind of, since the Sub 7 project, I would say that I've kind of been lost with a lot of stuff. Like you go into a project like that and the training and the dynamics of it, it was, for me, it was like, you know, like you go to the national championships, you just want to be like this athlete on like a mission. But then there's a massive low that kind of comes, like you've got like this great goal, you put all your energy into it. So I'd say that it's kind of taken me a year to kind of recover from like that project. And now at the age of 46, it's kind of, I haven't got anything to prove in the sport, but I love being involved with it all. And I kind of almost like need to do, I've always trained consistently. I need that for like my own mental health to the extreme, but you kind of, it's just having a process to go through. So for me, the goal is I want to train as a cyclist, but I'm going to be swimming and running. Just to kind of, I think it's good for my body, but it's also like I'd like to participate in like some triathlons like next year. The goal isn't to set like triathlon on fire. The goal isn't to get to Kona, but I just kind of love being involved with the sport of triathlon. You know, like as a business, that it's predominantly, we see like a lot of triathletes. I love the community that's involved with like that. So looking into like next year, like basically what I've done now is I've kind of restructured my own training. I've kind of got one of our coaches to take care of that. That's going to be like Simon Belden. He's been a coach that I coached when I first set up the business, and he's one of the 8 coaches that we've got. So he's going to take over my training because I just don't want to have to worry about like what I'm planning. And then when I go to like the triathlon side of it, Tom Davies is going to plan like my running and my swimming. And I'm at the moment I'm just swimming twice a week, and then I'm generally running like 2 to 3 times. So I generally do like 2 hours, but just nothing too hard, so it doesn't impact, you know, like the intensity I can then put onto the bike. The hardest part for me at the minute is I'm trying to find like fitness on the bike as well, because I've lost a hell of a lot. Then I'm going to be working with Erin Carson. We're bringing her on board for like strength and condition and mobility. She's got like EC Fit app, which is like really good, and we're utilising that in our own training now with our coached athletes. It's just dead easy to follow. I'm generally putting like 3 hours into like the strength conditioning now, which I find is like really helping me. Just kind of like running, obviously the impact takes a lot out of the body, but also trying to get back into like the time trial bike takes like a lot out of you. And then we're going to be working with Julie Hayton, who I've worked with for a number of years. She's kind of going to look after the physio side, because what I'm finding now as I'm getting older, I definitely get a lot of more niggles, like a lot of like lower back, like swimming especially, like you get like loads of niggles in your shoulders. So if I can keep on top of them, then the goal for next year is I'm going to start off, I'm probably going to ride the Eddie Sowins. I'm going to do a training camp in January. I'll be going to Boulder in April, so I'll be able to get 2 really good camps in. So start off with the Sowin. It's a race I've won, a few times now. And then what I'd like to do on top of that is I'm going to start doing like some local TTs, and I'd like to build then in towards the national team time trial. Which that'll lead me into, it's just going to be before like the outlaw like triathlon, and I would say 6 weeks out before that, then the goal is to train as a triathlete. Like I'll put all my eggs into trying to do as much as swim, bike, run as I can. Obviously, like most people that have got full-time jobs and families, you're limited to the hours that you can commit to. After that point, I'd like to do like some gravel events and stuff like that. So it's just going to be a mix of everything next year, having lots of fun with it all. There will be points that I want to be serious. Generally, it's just kind of just to fall back in love with riding my bike again and doing like swim, bike, run. And hopefully we can get some good results. And then, like I always find that if you're involved with the sport, it also helps with the coaching and the bike fit. You can just relate to like everybody that's kind of you're involved with. So bring on 2024, I guess.